So, before we start the video, I just wanted to say, a lot of y'all aren't subscribed. And that sucks because I'm planning on making daily Ultra Rumble content. And if you guys want to see some of that, then you guys better subscribe and turn notifications on. But yeah, let's hop into the video. Hey guys, what's up? It's KO Ninja, and you read the title right. There have been new leaked characters for My Hero Ultra Rumble. But before we get into it, I just would like to say that if you do not want to be spoiled on what the next characters are, or what the next characters are going to be released in Ultra Rumble, then I'd recommend you click off this video now. I'll give you a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Alright, so, as you can see on screen right now, there are 12 characters shown, and on the side you can see that there is a Jiro model in this game. So, we're gonna go over all these 12 characters: Izawa, All For One, Endeavor, Mirio, Nejire, Overhaul, Twice, Hawks, Kurogiri, Monoma, Shinzo, and Present Mike. Now, I'm going to give my general thoughts on this roster real quick. And my general thoughts are, this is an all-star lineup, but I am confused on one of them. Not because I think they're a bad choice, but because I have no idea how his quirk is going to work in this game, but I'll get to that later. But this is a great lineup. First off, more villains, and you pick some pretty hard-hitting villains with All For One, Overhaul, Twice, Kurogiri, but his portal quirk is going to go so well in this game, and how cooperative and team-oriented it should be. This should be a fun character to play. Now, you guys already know I'm hyped for Mirio. I'm hyped for Overhaul. Hawk's gonna be mad annoying. Monoma, I'm very excited to see how they do his quirk. Present Mike, don't care for here and there, but he's still cool. And Izawa, I know for a fact is going to be annoying. So first off, let's talk about Izawa real quick. Alright, so let's talk about Izawa. And before I even really say anything, I'm just going to say one thing, and y'all can come back to this video and say whether I'm right or wrong. Izawa, when he drops, is either going to be completely, unbelievably busted, or absolutely useless. It really just depends on how King makes this character. Now, we all know what Izawa does. He looks at you and he disables your quirk. Now, whether they're going to add a completely new way of him disabling your quirk, or they're going to do the same thing they did in OJ, where he has a move where he hits you with his scarf, and then he looks at you and disables your quirk for a few seconds, really just depends. Honestly, I'm thinking they're going to go the route generally the same way OJ did, with obviously a few tweaks to accommodate the fact that this is a battle royale. Probably lessen the duration of the disabling of your quirk. Maybe they'll lengthen it so that way it doesn't feel completely useless. And I think that Izawa is definitely going to be a very versatile character that would fit into a lot of teams, just for the fact that a lot of characters' quirk buttons or quirk skills rightfully are very strong and basically would just murder you outright if you're not ready. So I think Izawa would be a hard counter to characters who have very spammable abilities, very defensive abilities that you can't really do much about. Definitely use Izawa for, you know, high priority targets or high priority characters like Toga or some shit, because Lord knows I cannot fight that character, and if you manage to disable her quirk, we jump in this bitch like it's JJK. I'm just saying. But yeah, Izawa's definitely going to be strong or completely useless. Really depends on how King does things, but I can't wait to see him in this game. Alright, so another character that I really, really want to talk about is All For One, because they could either make him unique, but not super unique in the context of this game, relatively to the rest of the cast, or they can make him uber mega unique with the idea that I have. And the idea that I have is that I think he should have 3 moves, right? Like how every character does. But I think every single move should be a different type. Like, you know how there are technical, damage, there are tank characters? Yeah, I think every single move should be a different type of card that you should need to level it up. Because All For One has just a hodgepodge, a bunch of different quirks that he has that are all completely different from each other. And I feel like it would really add to that feeling of uniqueness and that feeling of stolen power if you gave him different types of moves, genuine different types of moves, or you could just make them technical and just have them run all technical cards. But I think it'd be cooler I think it'd be way cooler if All For One's moves all had a different type and all had a different thing of cards you had to get. Now, this would make things particularly hard to level up, but I feel like All For One should be one of those characters that if you master him and you level up in the right way, you should be able to dominate everything, especially since the fact that I think he's probably going to be able to fly, considering in this game, considering, you know, he can fly in the fucking show, but he can't fly in OJ. That's weird. You know, he can't fly in OJ, but he can fly in the show, and I don't know why they did that. But yeah, All For One, he could be super unique, or they could just make him unique and, like, generally unique in comparison to the rest of the cast, but I hope they really go the option of giving him multi-type moves, you know? Giving him multi-type moves. I think that'd be really sick. You guys knew this was coming. Mirio, man, he's in the game, or he's not in the game, but he's going to be in the game, and oh my god, you have no idea how happy that makes me as a Mirio player in OJ2 and an all-around Mirio stand. I am so hype to see what this character can do. Now, Mirio is going to be a bit tricky with how his powers are going to work in this game because of his ability to just permeate. Now, I wonder how far they're going to take permeation. Are they going to let us walk through buildings? Because if they did, that would be sick. Honestly, one thing I'd really like to see them do is, you know, those, like, destroyed buildings and collapse and landslide zone? It'd be really cool to see if he could walk through the buildings and save the people inside the buildings without having to destroy them. That would be a nice little, like, stage interaction that most characters don't have, or, like, the ability or the movement ability that he's probably going to lack due to the fact that he's just going to be permeating and stuff. I really want to see what they do for his projectile moves, if he's going to have projectile moves, or maybe he's going to be basically a hard anti-zoner like he is in OJ, because he had this move that was Tool Court 2 where he would sink to the ground, rise up, and then beat yo ass, and it was the coolest shit ever. So I'm really excited to see what they do with Mirio. I trust King to make this character cool and not completely broken, right, in the context of a battle royale, but we're just going to have to see how long it takes before he actually comes out. Alright, so the last character that I really want to talk about is Shinzo. Now, this comes to a massive surprise to me because of how Shinzo's quirk works. Now, if you don't know, basically, he asks you a question, you answer it, you get controlled by him. And how they did this in OJ2 is that he would put up this little, like, sound barrier field thing, and if you, like, made a voice line in it, you would, like, get stunned. And I'm wondering if that's going to be the same way they do it in Ultra Rumble, which I'm assuming they're going to do, or they're going to do something completely different. Now, Shinzo's quirk really, I never really saw could work in something like this, so I'm assuming, like, he's going to have one quirk button that's his actual quirk, and then the other two quirk buttons are going to be, like, his attacks from OJ2, because I'm not really sure how his quirk is going to work. It's, like, a very hands-up-in-the-air situation. Are they going to make it work like OJ2? Are they going to do something completely different to fit with Battle Royales a bit more? I don't really know, because I can potentially see this being broken in specific areas, like cornered areas where you're fighting in a corner. Shinzo just pops his control field, you do something, and you get stunned, and that would be dumb and broken and really, really stupid, especially combined with someone with high damage, like Mountain Lady or Shiggy or someone, and then, like, having you get stunned with Ibarra or some shit. And that seems like he's going to be a stun machine, and he's going to be an absolute scrub killer. So hopefully King doesn't make the same mistake they did when Shinzo first released in OJ2 and make him absolutely broken. But yeah. And that's it. That's all the characters that I personally found interesting and wanted to talk about. But if you guys want to see me make an in-depth video talking about every single character that got leaked, make sure to get this video to 10 likes. Also, tomorrow, as of the making of this video, at 6 p.m., I'll be streaming some Five Nights at Freddy's 1, so I hope to see you guys there. Make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.